Good afternoon. It's June 14th, 2024. We'll do a quick recap on 30 days activity in the new Tecumseth real estate market. And I'm talking specifically about residential real estate, freehold only. I'm not talking about condos. I'm not talking about industrial or that type of property, okay, or investment land or even land. We're just talking about residential. So if we look at details, for instance, there were 194 records. That means that 194 records encompassing all of available, solds, expireds, terminations, price changes, so on, right? And those can be broken down as following. There are roughly 108 homes available right now in the market, and they include homes that are there for the first time and also ones that have done some price drops, so they're showing up as available with a price drop, and also sold conditional homes that have a condition on them that are sold but are not firm yet. There are 31 sales, meaning that those homes have sold firm and are going to change hand. And of the 31, 7 of them were over list, meaning that the homes received bids that were beyond the asking price. Typically, that happens because there were interest from multiple parties, and usually it's because the house is undervalued for the market. Sometimes that's just because of valuations are hard to do if the house has some particular features that make it different, or more often it's because the house is priced low to motivate some extra activity. That doesn't necessarily mean that if the house had been priced higher originally, it would have sold for the same amount or for less. It just means that there were multiple offers on the house, and often some of those offers that go on in the homes, they're people trying to get in the market that perhaps are overbidding, or not overbidding. Sorry, they're going for a house that perhaps is beyond their reach, but because the price is low, it seems that it's within reach. Whereas in reality, the multiple offers show you that it was already priced low and outside of their reach. So it's important as a buyer to really look at all the homes that are being presented to you and ask yourself whether or not this house is priced properly before you go put an offer on it, because you could be spinning your wheels or you could get lucky. You just never know. Now, of the transactions as well, 35 of those records were homes that either expired or terminated, and many of those homes went back on the market at a reduced price or even the same price, and some of those are sold. So it does show that right now it's a heavy weight toward the buyers. The buyers are the ones that are making the decisions as to whether or not they want a place or not, and if they're not finding what they want, they're simply sitting back and waiting. Now, that could be because of a number of things. Either the buyers are extremely patient and they're waiting for the right house, or the buyers are strapped and they're waiting for the homes to come down a bit in price because they simply cannot reach these asking prices yet. We'll talk about the interest rates a bit later. Let's look at attached homes now. There were 33 records. Of those 33, there are 4 available homes. There are 9 sales, and of the 9 sales, 1 was over list, and right now there are 3 price changes in the available homes. And there were 10 records showing terminations or expires. So again, you have 33 listings. A number of those homes terminated or expired and came back on the market, either at the same price or at a lower price, and are being either offered at a lower price right now, or they did subsequently sell, and one of those homes sold over list. Okay, now we're looking at semis. There were 4 homes available right now, and also 4 sales records. Of those 4 sales records, 2 of them, or 50%, seems like a big number, I know, sold for more than the asking price. And there were 6 expiries or terminations. In the relist quadrant, there were 2 homes that relisted of the expires or terminations, meaning that they came back on, relisted, and I don't really know if those are the 2 that sold or not, or if they're still available. That's really not that big a deal. But what it does show you is that in the semis, at least, the ratio between homes that sold and homes that are available, and also homes that sold over list, there's some continuity there. But again, there aren't that many semis that come on, so that one record can really throw everything out of whack. In the townhomes, they're more common, so it's easier to really gauge those numbers and see what they mean. And the detached, of course, is such a variation of homes that you have to then split them down to all of the different types of home, whether it's a 2-story bungalow, older house, newer house, one garage, two garage, because those are all factors that will motivate a buyer to act, towards the house or towards a different property, or nothing at all. A couple of things. I want to talk about interest rates for a second. Now, the BOC went down 0.25%, but that is not a lot of money. And although, there's some hope that it might motivate some buyers to come back into the market, and generally there's a lagging indicator as to whether or not. So the interest rate drop is a leading indicator, saying hopefully it will lead to this, and the lagging indicator is this is the result of the market drop in the market rate. But if it drops down 2.25%, and working with a house that is in the $800,000 range, a quarter point represents maybe $20,000 in asking price. So if after a price drop, the homes stay level, it shows that there is a positive motivating factor for the buyer. However, if the prices start to go up a little bit because there's more interest from the buyers and because of a lack of supply, the pressure pushes the prices up. They don't have to go up too much in order to compensate for the 25 basis point drop. So let's think of it as a seesaw, with the interest rate being a small weight and the price being a large weight. It's this proportional effect. So you really need to sit down with your realtor, first of all, to establish the type of homes you should be looking at, and then sit down with your mortgage broker or banker to establish your actual purchase range, so that you're not buying into a market you cannot afford, because that come after the offer, you may find that you can't get financing and you basically spun your wheels and disappointed yourself. So it's good not to not overbuy. If you have any questions about real estate, drop me a line. I will not engage in any kind of discourse about particular homes or exact homes or any companies. Those are non-issues. I'll only answer questions that relate specifically to what I think is happening in the market. And I want you to know, this is important to know, when you look at 92% of the homes selling through cooperative, it shows that much of the stuff that you receive when you're receiving information like flyers or looking at websites that talk about how, one company will sell your house faster for more, most of that is nonsense. In the advertising world, for real estate anyways, it's called puffery. They're puffing up something. In the porn world, it's called fluffery. So I hear. So, give it what importance you want to, but in reality, I have never in 25 years, and here's my 25-year pin, I have never had anyone say to me, I need you to buy me a house through this brokerage, that brokerage, that brokerage, or this color sign or that color sign. People buy the homes that will reflect their desires and their needs for themselves and for their family. They don't give a darn about the signs, so let's not get fooled by that kind of stuff. If your house is priced properly, it should move. If it's not, it's a little high. If you receive multiple offers throughout the listing period, but not at the same time, but just throughout the listing period, that are approaching the house price that you're asking, but they're not hitting it, your house is still high for the market. It means that buyers are looking for a home and they like your house, but not for that price. On the other hand, if you receive multiple offers at the same time for your house and they still don't approach the asking price, your price is high. That's just reality, okay? That's all there is for now. If you have any questions, give me a shout, okay? Thanks. Have a great day.